Biafra freedom in the past, from Ojukwu to Wazirike, usually once the leader of the struggle is taken away, Nigeria government smiles because they know that they have conquered and they have taken over the struggle. During the time of Ojukwu, when Ojukwu left for Ivory Coast, Nigeria government knew that they have conquered Biafra people because the career of the ideology is centered only on Odumegwu Ojukwu. That is all the hope of every Igbo man is on Ojukwu. Ojukwu do this, Ojukwu do that. Ojukwu nyanye, Ojukwu this, Ojukwu that. And Nigeria government know this very, 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 very well. When Ojukwu left for Ivory Coast, they smile and rejoice that they have conquered Biafra people. Although Ojukwu told them that somebody that is higher than him will come for Biafra. Then Wazirike now spring up. When Wazirike spring up and started the Biafra agitation again, mainly Wazirike centered his struggle only in Nigeria, and Wazirike did not institutionalize this struggle. All the whole struggle of Biafra rests only on Ralph Wazirike. And immediately Nigeria government was able to apprehend him and put him into prison. They smiled because they know that it is all over again. Because they only use the strategy of grab the shepherd, all the sheep will scatter. This is what they used against Wazirike, and Wazirike Masop collapsed. Now it is time for Nnamdi Kanu. The reason why Nnamdi Kanu IPOB is still standing now, and the reason why Nigeria government and the British government is unable to destroy indigenous people of Biafra, which is their primary assignment, is because IPOB is not centered only in Nigeria. That's number 1 point. Secondly, IPOB is now an institution. And if IPOB initially not a proper institution, now the leadership that Nnamdi Kanu left is now wiser to make IPOB a proper institution in such a way that all these millions of people that Nnamdi Kanu have taught within these 10 years, this education that he passed on cannot rest only on one individual called Nnamdi Kanu. We need to institutionalize this knowledge so that millions of Biafran will be a carrier of this knowledge in such a way that if anybody is taken away, the struggle continues. This is one of the best things that the IPOB leadership have done, that I remove my cap for them. If you see any man, any woman, any boy, any girl who is jumping up and down against the leadership of IPOB, the leadership, the Directorate of State that Nnamdi Kanu that chose himself before his extraordinary rendition, if you see anybody against them, that person is your enemy. Number one, that person might be acting on emotion. We have passed the level of emotional freedom fighting. Nnamdi Kanu have taught us everything we need to know to carry this struggle forward. If we now come back to rest this struggle upon the shoulder of Nnamdi Kanu alone, we are going to fail again, just like we failed in Wazirike time and just like we failed in Ojukwu time. The Biafra struggle is bigger than Nnamdi Kanu now. And if you do not understand it yet, this is time to understand it, because it's only an institution that can fight for freedom and get Biafra. All these people trying to destroy IPOB leadership, calling themselves 100 men. 100 men is not an institution. What is the name of your institution? This is why everybody must wake up. After this 30th of May, we must realize that IPOB is now an institution, because it is only institution that can fight this war. It is only institution that Britain is afraid of. All these billions of dollars they are spending, from extraordinary rendition to bribing all these social media errats, writing rubbish against indigenous people of Biafra, they are spending this money just to make sure that IPOB is destroyed completely, so that there is nothing like IPOB. And their primary fear is they do not want IPOB to be institutionalized, because if IPOB is institutionalized completely, that means that millions of indigenous people of Biafra, carrying the knowledge that Nnamdi Kanu has disseminated for 10 years and above, nobody will be taken away from IPOB that will not affect the movement. Which means, at last, Biafra will come. That is their fear. If you are smart, if you know what is good for you, if you want freedom in a place you call Nigeria, please, you must have to drop your envy and your jealousy, drop your emotion, and join IPOB under Directorate of State. And let us together make sure that IPOB is institutionalized, and let's disseminate the information of freedom. Let everyone be a carrier of freedom message, so that we will move on. At a long run, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. They know that they can't do him anything, but they are just working on our strategy, on our emotion, trying to make this. If they destroy IPOB today, it is all over. It is all. We are down for another 1,000 years colonization, because they will not give us that chance anymore. Rafa Wazirike was by chance. And they do not know that somebody like Nnamdi Kanu is coming, because they thought they have given him a very good life in London. But suddenly, he abandoned the London and all the goodies they think they give to him, and he come back, he wants his freedom, because he know that freedom is all. If you talk, you go die. If you no talk, you go still die.